And Arlen took this really pretty autumn picture with the birch trees. And I'm going to take my Durabright. I have picked out 3 shades of green, meadow, citrus, and everglades, and 3 shades of yellow, sunshine, limeade, and Dijon, and a tad bit of sunset orange. And I'm going to just wet this picture with those straight from the bottle. Unscrewed the caps from those, and we see there's yellow in certain spots, green in certain spots. I'm just going to sprinkle on, might squeeze. Need to open a new bottle of sunshine. I actually picked out some butterscotch too. I'm really not paying too much attention where the colors are on here, but I'm looking at the reference, thinking, I might put some of these spots. Just trying to get an idea. That bottle doesn't want to squeeze. Okay, I have a large paintbrush too, making sure it's clean. Actually has some black on it. I was going to work on trying to get it towards the edge, but I think instead of using the paintbrush, yeah, we can take these out while they're still wet to the edge. Okay, that's completely covered. Okay. Let that dry just for a couple minutes. Okay, I recommend having your window open. This is still wet, but it's been drying for a few minutes. I have an old toothbrush. Tapped it on a paper towel. And I'm going to spritz. Then I'm going to let that sit for a few more minutes and dry some more, and then I'm going to spritz it again. You can see it's forming those cell shapes and drying, so I'm going to spritz it again. Some of these areas are coming back as white, but those are pretty fall colors in there. Okay, I'm going to let it set again. Okay, I'm dipping my brush in here a second time, tapping it on a paper towel, my toothbrush. I'm thinking, where are the trees going to be? Seems like it's filling in too quickly, so my paper isn't quite dry as what I wanted it to be. I think I'm going to have to let it dry longer. Okay, see how these areas haven't filled in? That's what I'm starting to look for. And the paper's getting close to the way I want it. And I've been putting more across the top because it's some light might be shining through compared to down below. But I have sprayed quite a bit. And again, it's a process. And what your process is to get it the way you want it and to know when to stop. Okay, I think that I'm done here. So I'm going to let that dry thoroughly now, and then we're going to lift off with an alcohol ink blending pen. And we're just using the reference photo as a guide, not wanting to do it exactly like it. But since this paper lifts off very easy, and you need to decide whether you, excuse me, want the light coming from the right or the left. And all these trees will not be straight. Excuse me. Okay, lift, swipe, keep swiping the tip on a paper towel because it keeps getting real dirty. And what I'm going to do is find a Fantastics. Okay, these Fantastics are good. I have some rubbing alcohol. I'll put that in there. And I'm going to lift using that. You still have to wipe these on a paper towel. Now some of these might be skinnier than other trees. We also have the Fantastics with the pointy tip. We wanted a skinnier tree. That one's skinnier than this one. You're done lifting off. We're going to add in the shadow side of the tree. I poured a little monsoon into my palette here, and I'm going to use the Swiffer to lift some out. And along the right side of these, limbs, I'm going to just draw in some of the blue color. Might end up being green, like in this case. Okay. A smaller blending pen, if I can find one right here. To go back over this side to lift out. And you do want it to be lighter. That one's just going to be in the shadow. Just little marks that look like tree shapes. Random. So it might go right smack in front of that one. We have this branch. You might actually just have a darker shade of tree coming up through here. That's black. Going to splatter. So that some of the leaves will go in front of some of these branches. Okay. I want to do the same with the orange. It's easy to flick with your paintbrush. just tap, tap, tap. Let's say I wanted to get a little bit darker orange. I know we didn't use this color, but I have Valencia here. Could just tap some in. I don't like that there. I'd rather have it yellow, but I'm gonna try some Dijon. Dijon, I mixed some orange. Tap, 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 tap. Take some meadow and do the same thing. Tap, tap. I kind of wanted to go over like right where these, to make it look like the leaves were in front. I have a Pit Artist called Gray 6, number 235. And so if I wanted to add skinnier branches and some spots, I could. I can take, like up here in this corner, I lost some of the leaf or the branches because some of those lines were coming across it. I also think that one's too big. If I wanted to break it up a little bit, I could do the trick with the there's a big blob. Okay, if you desire, if you want your tree limbs a whiter color, I have a feeling I'm not going to like this, but I'm going to show you anyway. You could take your posca pen and add some whites to certain spots, like maybe right in through here, this tree. Might have some hit and miss all the way down. Like some leaves are in front of it. I wanted to add that yellow here. Right over top of it. Makes it look like the leaves are in front of it. I think I'd be best leaving it gray there. But some of the trees that you did want to. This one was in the sunshine too. Put a white branch in a couple spots. I think it adds a little bit.